One of the most popular questions I receive in my Instagram DMs and my email is, how do I calculate my new maintenance calories after I finish a diet? And in this video, I'm gonna walk you through the exact blueprint I have used to help more than 1,400 men and women successfully lose tens of thousands of pounds of body fat and keep it off for good. And at the end of this video, you're truly gonna feel that you have a clear set of action steps to take to walk you through how to adjust your calorie intake the first 12 weeks after finishing a diet to help you maintain the weight loss you worked so hard to achieve. And again, my name is Paul Salter. I'm a registered dietitian, passionate about helping men and women just like you lose weight and keep it off for good. And I don't know about you, but I'm ready to dive in, so let's get to it. Before I walk you through these action steps, I wanna make it very clear and intentionally reiterate why it is so valuable to approach your maintenance calories in a stepwise, gradual increase fashion. Remember, at the end of a diet, you are eating far fewer calories than you are used to and far fewer than you need to thrive. Yes, it's an amount you need to literally survive, but I know that you want to do more than survive. You want to thrive. And just like you made a series of reductions in your calories to trigger weight loss throughout your dieting phase, the best way to maintain weight loss, although I'll be the first to admit, it kind of seems counterproductive and backwards, but the best way to maintain your weight loss after diet is actually to make a series of increases in your calories after a diet and simply to diet in reverse, which is why this phase is often likened to being called a reverse diet. And when you finish a diet, you're in a very vulnerable, sensitive position that if you make too large of a calorie increase, well, that is just a recipe for rapid weight regain and undoing all of your hard work. However, if you take a patient, a diligently planned approach, you're gonna be able to skyrocket your energy levels, improve your workout performance, your recovery, your well-being, and better normalize both your appetite and your cravings. So let's go ahead and walk you through the same blueprint I've used to help more than 1,400 men and women do what you want to do. Maintain your weight loss after a diet. And now you're gonna hear me use an arbitrary numerical example throughout the rest of this video. Remember, we want to apply everything I teach you in this video to your end of diet specific calorie goals. I'm gonna share this numerical example with you just to make sure it's more relatable and you can actually see the education I'm providing in action. So let's go ahead and assume at the end of your diet, you're eating 1,200 calories per day. And we're also going to assume that before you started your diet, you were eating 2,000 calories per day. So start of diet, or before your diet, 2,000 calories. And then you might have reduced to 1,800, 1,600, 1,400. And at the end of your diet, you're eating 1,200 calories per day. So that's the number we're gonna work with. That's the journey we took to get there. It's important. We'll come back to it at the end. So what you're gonna do to transition from your dieting phase to your post-diet maintenance phase is make a 10 to 15% increase in your calorie intake. So if we continue with our example of ending our diet with 1,200 calories per day, this means you are going to increase your calories by 120 to 180 per day, bringing your new target calorie intake to 1,320 to 1,380 calories per day. Very simple. That's all you need to do. And you're gonna follow this new calorie goal for at least 3 to 4 weeks. And ultimately you may push to 6 weeks. But by week 6, you're making your second adjustment, which I'll touch on in just a minute. One of the common questions I get after sharing this first step is, Paul, where do I distribute this increase in calories to? More carbohydrates, more protein, more fat. And my recommendation is you prioritize an increase in calories to carbohydrates and fat, because these are likely the two primary nutrients you reduce during your diet, so we want to work to gradually bring them back up. And for this first increase, I recommend either a 50-50 split between carbohydrates and fat, or maybe even a 75% carbohydrate to 25% fat. There's no wrong or right approach. You want to make a decision that has the most positive impact on what matters most, and that's your adherence to your total calorie number and goals. So to quickly recap, at this point, during the first phase of the post-diet maintenance phase, we have adjusted your calories with an increase of 10 to 15%, and you're gonna hang tight at this new total daily calorie goal for between 3 to 4 weeks, but no longer than 6 weeks. Next, we're gonna make your second adjustment in portion. So again, a quick reminder, your post-diet maintenance phase, your new maintenance calorie goal is not achieved in just one adjustment. It's a series of adjustments. And this second adjustment is going to have you increasing your calories by another 10 to 20%. And again, you can distribute between carbs and fat however you see fit, and you're gonna stay on this new calorie goal for between 4 and 6 weeks. So a little bit longer compared to the first adjustment. And again, 4 to 6 weeks here is just gonna give your body simply time to adjust to this new baseline calorie intake, and it's going to ensure that you don't increase calories too quickly, therefore overwhelming your metabolism in your body and putting yourself in a position where you're more likely to put that surplus of calories to use as stored fat. That's what we're looking to minimize. So phase 2 here is just simply a 10 to 20% increase in calories, holding tight for 4 to 6 weeks, distributing these added calories between carbohydrates and fat, and then your third adjustment. Now, not everybody will need the third adjustment. This is going to depend on the duration of your diet, how significantly you had to adjust your calories while dieting, but the third adjustment is going to mirror the second adjustment. Another 10 to 20% increase in your calories, hanging tight there for 4 to 6 weeks. And one question that I'm sure you are thinking is, how do I know when to stop making these calorie adjustments? And here is my answer for you. Your goal from your end of diet calorie number is to get yourself back to a place where you're eating between 85 and 90% of what you were eating before you started dieting. So if we bring this full circle now, connect back to the example I shared with you earlier where you were eating 2,000 calories per day prior to starting your diet, and you dieted down to 1,200 per day, your goal would be to continue with the path I just shared with you until you were eating between 1,700 and 1,800 calories. Now, why did I not recommend you walk yourself back up to 100% of the calories you were eating? Well, you weigh probably significantly less. Therefore, you don't quite need as many calories to thrive. So we want to keep that in mind. Again, if we increase our calories too quickly or too much, we start to accumulate more body fat and put on more weight than we prefer. Therefore, we're undoing our hard work, and that is the opposite of what we are trying to accomplish. So there you have it. The same steps, simple blueprint I have used to help so many people just like you navigate the post-diet maintenance phase and to ultimately arrive at their new maintenance calorie level. If you have any questions, I cannot wait to connect with you and to answer them in the comment section below this video. So go ahead and drop them below this video so I can provide you with the utmost clarity and support you need to put these simple steps in action to master the post-diet weight maintenance phase once and for all. And if you found this video helpful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up if it provided value to you. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you know someone who would also benefit from learning these simple steps to maintain their weight loss after a diet, go ahead and share this video with them. And one little goodie I want to remind you of that is readily available for you is a step-by-step process on changing what matters most when it comes to maintaining weight loss after a diet, and that is changing your identity, everything about you to truly level up into that next best version of yourself, someone who can successfully and confidently maintain their weight loss after a diet. And you can download that step-by-step guide by simply clicking the link in the description box found below this video. Thank you again for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.